I just need to speak to you all for a while. I'm sorry if I get emotional. I'm an engineer and the sole educated individual in my family. I was born to uneducated parents. I had one brother and 7 sisters. Honestly, we scarcely had enough to eat literally. I used to study by the light of a kerosene lamp. In the cold winters, my mother would go out to the fields to gather dry branches to keep us warm. My father was an alcoholic and a womanizer. My mother, may God have mercy on her, was born an orphan and suffered greatly throughout her life. Our house was made of mud bricks, and we didn't even have a bathroom. I used to use the mosque bathroom, and my mother and sisters would go out to the fields to relieve themselves because there was no other option. I recall people used to knock on our door and give my mother things. I only understood when I grew up that those were charity and zakat. She used to buy bones from butchers and poultry shops just to make us soup or stew with fava beans. I remember before the holidays, I'd go to my uncles so they could give me money and hand me down clothes and shoes from their kids. When I was in middle school, all I ever wanted was to wear a pair of jeans. The first pair I ever wore was secondhand. Someone had given it to my mom. It was branded Cat. I used to watch my classmates go out and have fun. That was never an option for me. Once, I answered a question correctly during the school radio broadcast, so they let me go on a school trip for free. My mom packed me sandwiches with white cheese. The water had leaked on my clothes and made them smell poorly in the bus. Everyone made fun of me. I still carry the shame and hurt from that day. We had no form of amusement, no toys, no games. I made cars and tractors out of mud and wood. When I got into high school and scored high enough to enter engineering, people in my village started saying, "The son of so-and-so is going to be an engineer." My mom hugged me and wept like a child, and I didn't understand why. Not until much later. We didn't have a TV, just an old radio. I recall distinctly how my mom once begged a neighbor for some flour to make us fried noodles and all because there was simply nothing else to eat. I even remember we had a bag of spaghetti someone had given us, but it had bugs in it. My mom sat and picked through it, breaking each stick by hand to remove the bugs. If there were a prize for kindness, intelligence, and patience, my mom would win it. I tried many times to nominate her as ideal mother, but they said she needed to have a school certificate. She used to feed us and tell us, "I already ate while cooking," just so we wouldn't feel bad that she was skipping her meal. My father used to beat her, and he even remarried when I was in high school. My beloved mother would still say, "Alhamdulillah, my son. God never brings anything bad. Everything good in me, I inherited from her, and everything bad, that's from me alone." I've traveled all over the world to the East and West, and I've met many people, but to me, my mother remains the greatest woman I've ever known, and maybe that's why my personal life has failed. I keep comparing everyone to her. I feel deeply broken, my friends. She passed away some time ago. My beloved mother, without ever complaining, went to the just and most merciful. I couldn't take her to Hajj before she passed. My mom is gone. Everyone, I don't want anything from you except one thing, please. Just pray for her in your hearts.